everyone. We got 10 o'clock. We have a few people joining in, getting out some meetings, about to join in. We have 25 in the meeting. So good morning to 25 of you guys. We'll give it one more minute just for some of our folks who just got out of some 9:30 meetings to get in. But we'll be starting here at 10:01.
As we inch towards 10:01, I need to feel y'all. Can everyone in the chat just tell me something good? What's the best thing that's going on for you? If you could just add that to the chat. Get your Twitter fingers ready. I need to feel some love this morning. Thank you in advance.
All right, 10:01. Let's get started. Everybody, welcome to December Leadership Live. This is our last one of the year. We had 12 sessions already go through, so we're excited for this one, especially to have Larry John Jr., and I kind of go over him a little bit in the next slide, but thank you all for joining our Leadership Live for December. As we always start, we start with the why, and if you want to forward that slide, there we go.
All right. As you can see here, our why is to multiply the blessings and opportunities that have been placed into our trust. And if you want to go one more slide, Larry, we'll get into all of this year's topics. And as we all know, it's December. So this is our last Leadership Live of our 2025 campaign. And we are so happy to have Larry Long Jr. here to make it a lively, energetic one. We're going to end the year strongly, reflecting on the year and setting future goals. So that is today's session.
And to tell you a little bit about Larry, me and Meredith and I took a LinkedIn course, a great course by Larry, and we got to introduce ourselves to him. He was phenomenal. We had to recruit him back, so we got with Dr. Eber Fabara. Thank you, Dr. Eber Fabara, for the great Leadership Live this year's. So we got with him, we kind of all talked, and hey, we wanted to end on a high note, on an energetic note, kind of go into the new year with some energy. So Larry Long Jr., floor is yours. You can take it away.
Is my microphone on?
You're good now, sir. We can hear you now.
So that's how we do Rosewood. Y'all were just gonna let me keep talking. You saw how excited I was. You weren't gonna tell me that my microphone was off. It's okay. I got backup just in case. Let's set the stage. It's a wonderful Wednesday. I want to say thank you to everyone who shared something good in the chat. For anyone who joined late, please share. Tell me something good. And I'll kick it off. I'll tell you something great. I'm here with you. We could all be anywhere in the world, but we're here right now. And I can tell you what makes this meaningful. First, I want to say thank you, Antonio. Thank you to Meredith. Thank you to JOC. Thank you, Dr. Fubara. Thank you to Campbell University. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm excited to be here. When I looked at your core values and I see a spirit of excellence, that gets me excited. I just met with a colleague yesterday, and I see that we have we before me. Today at 12 noon for my midday motivational minute, I'm going to make sure that I shout out you as well as the gentleman who shared that shirt with me. When I see do the right thing, I think of integrity without compromise, innovate to elevate, and then grace through generosity. I can tell you I am in the right spot today, and I thank you in advance for your time, your energy, and your resource. Now, this isn't going to be the standard speech where in 1842, no, that's not how I roll. So first things first, if you're able to, please turn on your camera. I love to see eyes. I love to see smiles. I want to feel your warmth because we're not in person, but we're going to try to mimic being in person, that connection, the community, the collaboration. So if you could, please turn on your camera. I'm encouraging you to be bold. Now, wow, speaking of being bold, we're going to kick off, and this is going to be interactive. I'm not going to voluntold anyone. We're all adults for the most part. My wife would say I'm a 47-year-old child, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm going to ask you to think about what are the actions that you associate when you think about this word bold? If you're bold enough, come off of mute and share. If not, it's okay to share in the chat. We'll get our Twitter fingers warmed up. Yeah, get all the carpal tunnel out. But what comes to mind when you think about bold?
Taking action.
Thank you, David. I the bow tie is my stylist. My wife, she made it for me. You got great eyes.
Yes, sir. Looks good. Looks good. I was going to say taking action for bold.
Taking action. I love it. I love it. Kelly, thank you. Sharing your opinion. Anyone else care to share? Flavorful. Ooh. Anna Claire, you got me hungry. Ooh. I had a light breakfast, but ooh, flavorful. Confidence, but not cocky. Thank you, BC. Appreciate it, Brian. Willing to say the hard things. Ooh, spot on, Dr. Fubara. Oftentimes when I speak to groups, I hear brave. I hear taking action even in the face of fear. Not second guessing yourself. Thank you, Caleb. Jennifer, strong presence. Melissa, ooh, challenging limits. Just by y'all sharing that in front of your peers and your colleagues, you're being bold. You're taking action. You're moving forward. And the reason why I bring that about is because our theme for today is we're reflecting on 2025, on the great accomplishments, on the journey, which we'll get into, that we've been on, while also starting to look forward into the future. And I've got to put on my blue blocker glasses. And if y'all don't know who got the props, Larry Long Jr. has got the props. We're going to have fun. We're talking serious business, but we're also going to have fun along the way, if that's okay, as we set powerful 2026 goals. Not mediocre goals, but powerful. Now, I like to think that when you're committed, truly committed, you move and you shake in a whole different way. Is it okay if I repeat that for the folks in the back? Okay, thank you. When you're committed, you move and you shake in a whole different way. So my question for you right now, December 17th, 2025, how are you moving when it comes to being your very best consistently each and every day? That daily discipline. Now, I put out a Monday motivation, but what I found is the key to success is what are you doing each and every day? Today's the 17th. What are you doing on the 29th? What are you doing on January the 8th? On those days, how are you moving? Next, how are you shaking when it comes to dreaming and dreaming big? No, Rosewood, I don't think you heard me. I got to pull out the whole arsenal. Bigger. I don't know about you, but small dreams don't get me excited. There's a lot that gets me excited, but it's not small dreams. How are you shaking when it comes to dreaming big? You see, I got to thinking. I was thinking about the values and the spirit of excellence. When I think about it, as I reflect on this year, as I look forward to next year, it's recognizing the progress, but also being bold enough to not have to chase perfection. I don't know if anyone else can relate, but I have a perfectionist complex, and that sometimes holds me back. And what I realize is that progress is a lot greater than perfection. Doing the right thing, integrity without compromise. It's making sure that we appreciate making those tough calls and having the courage to make those tough decisions that are going to propel us. Grace through generosity. It shows up on how we support each other. I had a great conversation with Antonio in the 10 minutes leading up to our session, and he shared about the power of reaching out and touching someone to let them know that they're on your mind. And we've got an exercise a little bit later. But allow me to reintroduce myself. Rosewood, family of companies, we're going to go fast. So I hope you have your seatbelt on. I'm Larry Long Jr., CEO, that's Chief Energy Officer. I'm the proud husband to Maria Long, the proud father to Trey Long, who stands 6'3", 16 years old, proud father to Lucia Long, 12 years old. I'm the proud son to Desiree Williams Long, that's my mom, and I'm the proud brother to my 10 years younger sister, Tiffany Long. I'm an avid golfer, and I think I shared with Jay, who's from Pinehurst, that Tiger Woods is my cousin. And he said, no way. I said, yeah, he's my long lost cousin. They call me Larry Hit It in the Woods. I played baseball at University of Maryland. I'm a Terrapin. I know I'm in enemy territory, surrounded by Wolfpack in the house. I see your eyes glistening over there, Antonio. I know we got the Campbell Camels. Ooh, I don't know what sound a camel makes, but I see you, Dr. Fubara. Yeah, giddy up, giddy up. As well as we've got the Tar Heels and the Blue Devils. Oh, that was a Freudian slip. But you won't believe this. In elementary, middle, and high school, I used to get sent to detention for talking. I know you're like, no way, Larry. There's no way. Yes, my teachers used to say, Larry, shh. They didn't know I was just practicing. I pinched myself because every week I get to serve and I get to speak for a living as a full-time motivational speaker, a global MC, a coach, trainer, author, and I'm excited to be here with you. So our agenda for our time together. Yes, I want to motivate. Yes, I want to inspire, but let's keep it real. Motivation, inspiration, and it comes and it goes. I was motivated to go to the gym yesterday. Today, I'm not motivated. I want to sit on the couch, eat some popcorn, watch some TV. My goal is to have true transformation. Larry, what does that mean? That's a big word. I can't even spell it. That means that when we get off of this call, my hope is that you think differently and you act differently. Someone shared that for them, being bold is taking action. I'm here to give you permission to take action. We're going to cover a lot of information. And for your time, your energy, your resource, your attention, I've got some goodies for you at the end. So we're going to do our first interactive exercise, and I need you to participate. It's just like in life. You get out of it what you put in. So if you play along, you might get something out of it. If you don't, it's okay. Brush your shoulders off. I might have to avoid you, though. I'm allergic to mediocre, but let's go. We're going to reflect on our journey line. And this is an example of my 47-year journey line. There's been some ups, some downs. There's been some highs, some lows. There's been a lot of twists and turns, adventures. And my middle name is Misadventure. Hold up, Larry. Your name is Larry Misadventure Long Jr.? Close enough. But I want you to think about 2025. What were the highs? What were the lows? What were the ups? And what were the downs? So here goes the exercise. And you don't need to share it in chat unless you feel inclined. I asked you to tell me something good. I want you to think about what was the best thing that happened to you personally or professionally in 2025. Ooh, some of y'all are saying, I started this job. I'm here in the house. Others might have had some family accomplishments. Feel free to share if you want to. For me, it's seeing my son. He got cut from the soccer team last year. And he started this year because he worked hard. He's had all the God-given ability, but he liked to work hard on, what do they call it, Fortnite, on the sticks, on the video games. I said, that's not going to help you on the soccer field. And he actually listened to his daddy. I said, oh, thank you. My prayers have been answered. Now, I appreciate y'all going through and thinking about the best thing that happened to you. Congratulations, Brian. Ooh, I knew there was love in the air. I could just feel it. It's amazing how you can just feel the vibes, even on Zoom, on Teams, in the room. Thank you and congratulations. Oh, Colin. Oh, my wife graduated nursing school. Ooh, Congrats. Proud husband right there. Wow, Andrew, you don't follow directions, I see. I asked you to tell me something good. You went ahead and told me something great. What a blessing of your beautiful son being born in May. Congratulations, Rochelle, Auntie Rochelle. Okay, Ryan. Okay, you put a ring on, put a ring on it. Y'all are blessing me. Baby girl took her first steps. Congrats, H Dub. Way to go, Heather. And then began a new career. Oh my goodness, congratulations. Love it. Began a new career at Pro V after 13 years at Target. Wow, Jeremiah. I got this job, Naomi. You got this job and you brought the chill. I'm still going to hold you to it. You brought the cold down from Boston. I love it. Y'all are filling my cup to overflow. Now, let's go ahead and look at the flip side, because we know that life isn't always sunshine, rainbows, unicorn. I wish it was. What was the worst thing that happened to you in 2025? Personally and or professionally? You don't have to share it unless you feel so inclined. What I learned is sometimes we want to hide our warts. My midday motivational minute message for today and my newsletter message was to own and share your story, warts and all. Someone might need to hear it. I've often heard from folks, Larry, thank you for sharing about some of your failures. I thought I was the only one who who experienced that, who experienced going through life wondering if they were enough, who experienced going through life wondering if they were too much, because folks told them to quiet down, simmer down, don't be so excited, don't be so loud. People might need to hear that. Now, as you think about what's the worst thing that happened to you this year, let's take it a step further. I'd like to know, what did you learn? I think they call it lessons learned. And a good buddy of mine, Stan Phelps, he says, Larry, oftentimes there are lessons earned. So what are the lessons learned and the lessons earned from that experience? Because if you go through something that's not too positive and you don't learn anything from it, Houston, we have a problem. The great thing about life is that it teaches us lessons as we go through day by day. Now I want to know, and I want you to think about, how was I bold and how did I put into action? How did I change my behavior and do something differently as a result of that lesson learned and that lesson earned? I'm going to do something that I don't do very often, but I'm working on it. I'm going to give you 20 seconds and give you space to really think about worst thing that happened to you this year. What did you learn from it? And what action did you take or are you taking as a result of it? You're on the clock, 20 seconds. I just shared mine in the chat. Q1 was gangbusters for me. I was on top of the world. It's funny how life will put you right back in your place. I think they said, Mama said, knock you out. I got knocked out in Q2. I got to wondering, am I good enough? Am I in the right place? That FUD, not Elmer FUD, but that fear, uncertainty, and doubt started hitting me and had me wondering, am I in the right place? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? You see, oftentimes we tell ourselves a story and we sell ourselves a story. We've all heard the quote, whether you believe you can or believe you can't. You're right. So my encouragement is for you to slow down, especially now at the end of the year, in order to speed up. Now, you'll notice that I've got a curious mind. And the great Tony Robbins says it best. The quality of our questions dictate the quality of our life. And I'll give you the remix here because you can read the quote, but the most successful people ask the toughest questions, therefore they get the best answers. What questions are you asking of yourself each and every day? What questions are you asking of your coworkers, your colleagues, your partners, your leadership, your community, your family, your friends? Are you asking those tough questions in order to propel yourself to a life that's fulfilled? That is the question. You see, there's a question I ask myself every morning. I get up, I look at myself in the mirror. The first question I ask myself, Larry, what happened to your hair? My barber's mad at me. I don't know what I did to him. Maybe I owe him $5, but he's mad at me. But the second question I ask, it's a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And what that quote shares is life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing to help others? The key word there is doing. You see, I think about a whole lot. I journal, I take notes. I've got my notebook with me. I'm a voracious note taker. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare, but the key word there is doing. At the end of every evening, I ask myself, Larry, what action did you take? What did you do to help others out? So I'm going to ask this question of you. What action are you taking right now? What action will you take as a result of our time together? I don't want our time together to be in vain. This next question I have is, are you all in? Are you committed? Because when you're committed, y'all already know this, you move and you shake in a whole different way. It's your actions. Now, I published a book. Who would have thunk it that I published a book? You could ask my elementary, middle, and high school teachers. Larry Long Jr. wrote a book. They would say, hold on, where's Ashton Kutcher? Am I getting punked? There's no way that punk wrote a book. Anything is possible. But today I want to focus on chapter number 1. What story are you telling yourself and believing? I also want to focus on chapter number 5. You are what you eat. Which for me, that would make me a fried chicken because but essentially, who are the people that you surround yourself? What are you watching? What are you listening to? If you're around negative Nancy's, negative Nellies, negative Neds, guess what? You're probably going to be negative as well. So let's get started with my core 4 leadership principles. The first one is ownership over outcomes. It's the CEO style. Now, I call this my entrepreneurial spirit. Are you operating? Are you influencing at that CEO level? I know we all get a paycheck from Rosewood, and my encouragement is for you to take responsibility like an owner and realize that it's okay to not be perfect as long as you're giving it your best. We talked about the daily discipline. It's that consistency, making sure that you're able to create that momentum through the little things, the daily discipline. Momentum is oftentimes not built in the big things, but it's really that steady eddy. It's that intentionality, and it's that progress each and every day. The third pillar is connection. It's the power of relationships, which we'll touch on a little bit later. We know that it's important for us to have relationships with our coworkers and colleagues. We know the importance of communication. We know the importance of trust. But sometimes knowing isn't doing. My question for you, how are you collaborating? How are you sharing successes? How are you sharing challenges with each other internally? Ooh, it's a powerful question. The fourth pillar is your energy. I encourage you to care for your MBSS, your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. Now, I'm here to give you a jolt. I'm here to zap you to dream and dream big. No, even bigger. It's December the 17th, and I know how it is. It's easy to have that tendency to coast across the finish line, to kind of plop into the new year. I encourage you to, hold on, y'all. Someone's knocking at my door. I apologize. They must not know I have a webinar. Who is it? Okay, that was opportunity knocking at my door, and it's knocking at your door as well. The opportunity for you to recommit to being excellent each and every day. The opportunity to hunt for opportunities, not avoid discomfort. I know how it is. It feels good to be in that comfort zone, right, Naomi? Nice and warm in the comfort zone. Sometimes we got to force ourselves to be comfortable with being uncomfortable in those freezing cold temperatures outside. Yeah, your energy is your competitive advantage. Your energy, not my energy. I'm the CEO, Chief Energy Officer, but I encourage you to find your internal energy. The reason why I wrote my book, Jolt, Get Zapped into Intentionality, Rediscover and Believe in Your Inner Greatness, is that I believe that each and every one of you, and I'm looking at you now, I can see those that turn their cameras on, you each have greatness inside of you. Step into it and step into it right now. The heart of Jolt, it's really the same heartbeat of your core values. It's the we before me. It's elevating our spirit of excellence. It's having the courage, being bold to innovate in order to elevate. It's doing the right thing when no one is watching. That's it. Now I'm going to ask myself a question. Is the sky the limit? I should be a lawyer because I already know the answer to it. No, the sky is not the limit. The only limit are the limits that we put on ourselves. In the words of that great philosopher, I encourage you to move, get out your own way. Who's holding you back? It's that person in the mirror. And if anyone knows who that great philosopher is, go ahead and put in the chat. I don't know if we have any music fans. Move, get out your own way. He's one of the greatest philosophers. I'm just joking. Any coffee drinkers out there? I see some smiles. Show of hands. Anyone drink coffee? Okay, thank you. All right, yeah, I like it. Believe it or not, I don't drink coffee. I might explode. I'm already too energized. I've had it one time in my life. I'm a Kool-Aid kid. But we know that you can't pour into someone else's cup if your cup isn't on overflow. I want you to think about how you're pouring into yourself, your health, and your wealth. And for me, as I look at 2026, I believe that your health is your wealth. So this is my priorities bucket exercise. And these are my 7Fs, and you'll laugh at the 7th F and 1C. So really quickly, it's 3 parts. I want you to think about quickly these buckets as you think about faith and spirituality, whatever you believe, as you think about family, friends. How many of us have them? For my music fans out there. Number 4, my favorite, fun. Number 5, fitness. Your health is your wealth. Number 6, finances. Hey, must be the money. Number 7, philanthropy. And I know we've got some spelling bee champions that are saying, Larry, philanthropy doesn't start with an F. You're right. I spell phonetically and frenetically. I apologize. Oh, goodness. But what are you doing for your community and then career? Step number 1, I want you to stack rank. And you can do this once we get off this call. I really want you to put some thought into it for the sake of time. And I want to make sure that we have time for questions at the end. If you were to look at these 8 buckets, what's your number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, all the way down to number 8? You're going to have to make some bold choices. I'm a mind reader. Some of y'all are saying, I know what it should be. But when we look at your calendar, Houston, we got a problem. What it should be versus what it is. Ooh, sometimes there's a disconnect. Holla if you hear me. I got nothing but love for you. We're all humans. We're all trying our best and forgetting the rest. Step number 2, we're going to go to school. Hold up, Larry. I didn't know I was going to school. Yes. Campbell University is sponsoring this. I want you to give yourself a grade in each of these buckets on a scale of 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. How are you doing? The key here is no 7s. And I know some of y'all did your research. Larry, 7 was your baseball number. What do you mean no 7s? 7 is that comfort zone. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to force you to decide, are you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Or are you an 8, 9, 10? No 7s. I encourage you to be honest with yourself. Sometimes we try to fool ourselves. You can't fool yourself. You might be able to fool other people. You can't fool yourself. I did this exercise with my coach, and I do it quarterly now. She said, Larry, how do you feel you're doing with family? I said, I feel pretty good. I'm an 8. She said, okay, I want you to go ahead and ask Maria, your wife, and ask your kids how they would grade you. My wife said, I love you, baby. Whenever she says that, I know I'm about to get bopped over the head. She said, you're a 7.5. I said, woo, woo, that's good. We'll round up to an 8. There's no 7s. You didn't get the memo, baby. My son, he knows who pays his allowance. He said, Daddy, you're a 9. I said, that's my dog. We're going to double your allowance. My son is slick. He must get it from his mama. My daughter, she looked at me and she said, Daddy, I love you. She get it from her mama. She said, you're a 5. Elizabeth, this is the big one. Oh, the dagger right through the heart. I said, baby, why so high? Tear trickled out of my eye. She said, well, Daddy, you take me to gymnastics. I do, every Monday, right off of Leesville Road for those that are in Raleigh. The parents are on the second floor. We got like a little viewing area. The gymnasts are on the first floor. She said, Daddy, every time I look up at you, you're looking down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Houston, we got a big problem. Kids are observant. My coach said, Larry, what you gonna do? I said, Coach Kristen, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave the phone in the car. Well, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I'm gonna be vulnerable. I was going through withdrawals. I don't know about y'all. Maybe it's just me. I was on my watch. I said, oh, I was out of range. I said, I'm missing some message. I love my daughter, but I gotta have my phone, which is a lie. I don't need my phone. But I had to make a compromise. I said, oh, the phone is my security blanket. So I popped out my earbuds. I said, I'm going to keep my eyes on my daughter, and I'm going to listen to some tunes. I like music, just a little bit. I'm going to listen to some podcasts. But my home screen is my daughter right there. And she's giving me the I would say evil eye, but she's just giving me the eye, the reminder, Daddy, be present. This moment will never come back again. And then she followed that up by saying 6, 7. For anyone who has kids, you know that. I don't know. Step number 3, after you give yourself a grade, and if you're bold enough to ask those around you how they would grade you, for your top 3 priorities, I want you to determine what action can you take to elevate. Don't write it down unless you're committed to taking that action. It's kind of like those New Year's revolutions. I think it's resolutions, but mine is a revolution. It explodes January 11th, January 20th, because it's not something I'm committed to. If you're committed to moving and shaking and taking action and being bold, go ahead and write it down. And also write down who your accountability partner can be. Who can you support and who can support you along the way? Now, as we move into thinking about our goals, and I shared it before, how do we dream big, bigger? The first question is, what do you want specifically? So I want you to define, what do you want? And you see SMART goals. I think we've all heard of SMART goals. Am I right or am I right? Well, I'm going to give you my mic drop moment of today. I'm going to drop it like it's hot. This is my hot take. SMART goals are dumb. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Antonio, Meredith, where did you find this guy? What you talking about, Willis? Some of y'all are like, who's Willis and what is he talking about? You had to Google it. Here goes what my thoughts are around SMART goals. I love the specific. I love the measurable, and I really love the time bound. But I do not love, I'll say I hate, attainable and realistic. And here goes why. If I had set attainable, quote unquote, and realistic goals, I never would be an author. You see, in my mind, Larry Long Jr. and author never go together in the same sentence. This is impossible for me to write a book. When you look at the word impossible, it says all you need. I am possible. So I challenge you to be bold, to be brave, to step into your greatness, set unattainable, unrealistic goals. I also want you to think about, where do you want to grow specifically? What are those skills that you need to be sharpened in? What are those areas that you can have intentional focus to drive you to the next level? Next, I want you to identify the first step. It's the first step. Sometimes we think about the process of where we want to get to. I want to play varsity baseball as a freshman. Okay, Larry, what do you need to do today? Well, I probably need to get a batting tee, and I probably need to practice a few swings. That's a good start. That's a good first step right there. I challenge you to think about your goal and what's that first step. Oftentimes, that first step is the one that requires us to be boldest, to be bravest, and it's oftentimes the toughest, that first step. Remember, progress doesn't need to be perfection. You don't have to have the perfect conditions. Well, when this happens, then I'll know. Get moving right now. I encourage you to create systems, not just goals. It's the we before me. Who are the people? What are the resources to support you? Having those accountability systems will not guarantee, but they'll certainly assist you with the follow through. Weekly check-ins, having accountability partners, supporters, leveraging your calendar, having a vision board, dashboards. Yeah, I encourage you to innovate. When I think about innovate, I think about doing something different tomorrow than what you did today. Let's make sure that we innovate in order to elevate, and let's experiment with some small shifts. You see, it's the little things, and I call it the little things are really the big things. One new tool, one improved process, one creative idea, one creative question that you're asking yourself. And now we've got Chat GPT to assist us. So my encouragement is that you innovate to do things differently. I've had the honor and the privilege of working with Salesforce and understanding that they're innovating when it comes to leveraging data and AI. You see, I went to Dreamforce, I went to some of their conferences, and they're all in when it comes to leveraging data and using that data. Wow, that jacket looks familiar. Didn't have the bow tie, but I did have the two mics. There's a local company called Pendo. I was employee number 40 at Pendo. We talked about innovation, but talk is cheap. We did an exercise where we called it account-based selling. We said we have one quarter, 3 months to close one prospect. What are all the different ideas? What are the different things we can do? We said, we could host a street festival in Boston and have Tom Brady and David Ortiz come out. Great idea, but we didn't have the budget for it. It's okay. Next. We said we can go out to Dreamforce. We can go out to SaaStr. Those are big conferences in the Bay in San Francisco. We can host a little puppy park and have all the puppies dressed in Pendo Pank. Yeah, Pank, P-A-N-K, not pink. That's Pendo Pank. Great idea, but we don't want PETA knocking on our door. Our team in Chicago said, what if we were to purchase a digital billboard and put the face of the chief product officer up and let them know that we want to get connected to them? Let's give it a try. Let's go ahead and do it. We gave it a try. Do you think that we ended up getting that chief product officer's attention and we got the deal? What do y'all think? Not a chance. He saw that billboard. He said, what in the world are these people doing? I will never do business with them. But we tried it. We realized that chief product officers don't play that game. You're going to learn today. Lessons learned and lessons earned. I was just chit-chatting with her. She played field hockey at University of Maryland. Melissa Murray Bailey used to be the chief revenue officer at Hootsuite. Their social media platform. I spoke at 2 of their sales kickoffs globally. Her motto was GIOT. I said, Melissa, is that the long lost cousin of Fiat? She said, Larry, you're so crazy. I said, some things never change. She said, no, GIOT is my theme for the team. Give it a try. You see, right now, one of you, at least one of you, probably several of you, are noodling on some ideas. You're thinking about that big thing, that big action that you could take, but it's the fear that's holding you back. I'm here to give you permission to GI. Give it a try. You're either going to win and or you're going to learn. You're going to learn today. Now, they call me LinkedIn Larry. Show of hands, who's on LinkedIn? Anyone on LinkedIn? Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, Antonio, we were in that session talking about LinkedIn. There are so many opportunities knocking for you to leverage LinkedIn. Here goes one step that you can use that's a game changer. In the direct messages, if I wanted to send a message to Dr. Fubara, I could send him a written message. Survey says, nah, everyone sends a written message, and I'm not like everyone. I'm bolder, I'm braver. You can send an audio message. If you're connected, you can send an audio message to your first connections. So now he can hear my voice. He can hear my passion. If you want to take it up to the next level, which I figure if you're going to do it, you might as well do it all the way. Do it with some gusto. You can send a video message. So now he can not just hear you, but he can see you. He can feel you. It's a difference maker because everyone has the ability to do it on LinkedIn, but I can count on one hand and two fingers how many people use that capability consistently. Are you willing to stand out? Or are you going to do what everyone else does? I've been talking a lot. I'm sweating over here. I need y'all's help. Help me fill in the blank. Look. So someone help me out. Shout it out. Come off mute. Shout it out. I hope you're still awake.
Both ways.
Both ways. Thank you. Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Don't
Drink.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Antonio, what kind of party is this? Is that how y'all get down? Man, are y'all hiring? Of course we don't want to drink and drive, but come on. Y'all didn't warn me it was this kind of party. Cheers. I guess we're in the holiday cheers. Don't text and drive. I just met with my doctor and
I'm going to say Apple.
and you're correct. I know you were a little bit nervous, but I appreciate you being bold. You're like, oh, what does he have up his sleeves now? This guy is crazy. And you're right. Don't talk to, yeah, I know someone was saying monsters, but strangers. And for anyone that's flying out of RDU over the holidays, see something. Yeah, say something. We want to say something. So the whole purpose of that right there is oftentimes we know what we should be doing. But once again, knowing isn't doing. I met with my doctor. He said, Larry, I've told you, you got to cut down on the fried foods. I said, Doc, you don't understand my relationship with the chicken. He said, you're right, I don't. I said, Doc, do you know what time it is? He said, yes, Larry, it's 10:44. I said, no, Doc, you're not hearing me. Do you know what time it is? Does anyone know what time it is? Y'all know what time it is? Come on now, we're in North Carolina. You know it's bow time. He didn't find it all too funny. I thought it was hilarious. He said, Larry, I've been working with you for 20 years. He said, there's no time for bow time if you want family time. If you want to see your daughter walk down that aisle, which I do, you better make changes. He said something to the effect of, when you know better, you do better. What's that action? What's that frustration? What's that big thing? What's that little thing that you've been noodling on? That you know better, but you're not doing better? Find a partner that can help you. Reach out to me if I can help you. You see, I've had so much support throughout my 47 years. You see, I moved around a lot as a youngster. I was born in Maryland, grew up in VA medical centers, Grand Island, Nebraska, Danville, Illinois, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Coatesville, Pennsylvania, back to Maryland for middle school. Woo, I'm getting tired just thinking about all those moves. My theme song sung by my mom was Make New Friends, but Keep the Old. One is silver, while the other is gold. Kids can be cruel. I used to like to smile, and I had a big old gap. I had a big Michael Strahan gap, and they told me all about my gap. Kids were bullying. I would come home crying to my mom, and thankfully I had a praying mom who used to make me every night, this is the power of our words. We would say our prayer, and she would make me stand in the middle of the room with my hands above my head, and she would make me say 10 times, I am somebody. I am somebody. If you don't get anything out of my message, I hope you know that you are somebody. My mama said it, and I'm reading your mind. Yes, mother knows best. I always got to give a shout out to my mom, Desiree Williams Long. I'm going to see her for Christmas, just saw her for Thanksgiving. I might have an opportunity, and I ask you if you pray, please pray for me. Might have an opportunity to have a speaking engagement in Faro, Portugal. Who would have thunk it? I think Pitbull was Mr. Worldwide, but I'm coming for that throne. Never would have imagined. And for this engagement, I might be able to take my family. My mama said, can I come? I said, hey, I'll ask mom. You brought me in this world. But my mom has this saying that your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you're saying. What are your actions saying? Woo. Now, I met a sales guru, Steve Nudelberg. This was probably 13 years ago. And he said, Larry, in my 30 years of life, of business, of living, the ups and downs that you share, I learned that contacts, people that you know, the difference between contacts and contracts, people you do business with, whatever, any kind of business, internal, external, you name it, it's the letter R. Can anyone help me? Can anyone share what that letter R stands for? What do you think that letter R might stand for? Yeah, I'm giving you the cliff notes. It's relationships. You see, when we have big goals, big dreams, big aspirations, we can't do it alone. Now, there's a saying, and the traditional saying is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But in my Steve Harvey Family Feud voice, survey says, yeah. That's the traditional saying, but I don't do anything traditional. Very rarely. It's not what you know, and it's not even who you know. It's who knows you, who likes you, who trusts you, who believes in you, that makes things happen. Now, knowing that, what are you doing to intentionally develop relationships with those around you? You see, in my business, and that's my 10-minute warning there, it's a 5-minute warning, so we have time for questions. Please get your questions ready, either Twitter fingers or you can come off mute. But in my business, it's a word of mouth business. Yeah, people who know you, like you, trust you, and believe in you, they're willing to share. That's the whole reason why I'm here speaking with you, team. Meredith, Antonio, they knew me. They pretended to like me. I'm just being serious. They trusted me and they believed in me to share this message with the team. They connected me with Dr. Fubara, and now we're here. It was all a dream. We can all do that to reach our dreams. Now, I know you're asking, Larry, that sounds good in theory, but how do I do it? I've got you covered. It's the 3-minute challenge. No, it's not a TikTok challenge. I'm not going to ask you to dance. I got 2 left feet. I don't know how to dance. I do a little 2-step. But the 3-minute challenge, there's no guarantees in life, but I can guarantee you, if you do this, you're going to positively impact someone's life. And we need that in today's world. Your goals are big, and I love it. My question is, what are you doing to help others achieve their goals? So the 3-minute challenge, every day that ends in Y. Actually, I'll just give you every weekday. We'll take it to 5 days a week. I want you to take 3 minutes to go into your Rolodex. You know, some of you are like, hold up, why is he talking about that fancy watch? Now, that's a Rolex. I can't even spell. It's so expensive. I can't even spell Rolex. Go into your contacts in your contact list, and I want you to find one person that you can surprise and delight. It only takes 3 minutes. You see, if Antonio was my surprise and delight, my 3-minute challenge today, I would probably find a funny GIF, a funny meme. I wouldn't reference the NC State men's soccer game. That might bring a tear to his eye, but I'll find Wolfpack in the house GIF or meme. You can see the smile on his face right now. I'll send it to him in a text and just say, hey, wonderful Wednesday, Antonio. I'm thinking about you and the fam, thinking about you and your brothers, your moms, and wishing you a Merry Christmas. I'm not asking him for anything. I'm not trying to sell him anything. I'm just making a relationship deposit. You see, when I had my baseball academy, I went to Bank of America. I tried to withdraw $500. They laughed at me. They said, unless you're Black Magic, Larry, you haven't made enough deposits in order to withdraw. And they were right. Think about it. How many times in relationships do we try to make a withdrawal when we hadn't made any deposits? The great Maya Angelou shares it best. People will forget what you said. 92% of what I shared, you already went in one ear out the other. It's okay. I just hope the 8% stuck. People will forget what you did. Larry, I thought your mom said your actions speak so loud. I can't hear what you're saying. She did. But the great Maya Angelou shares, and I love this, people will never forget how you made them feel. Yeah, who in your organization that you work with can you provide grace through generosity? Who can you support? Who can you lift up with the we before me? It's part of your core values, which sounds good. It looks good on the walls, to the window. But what are you actually doing? I encourage you to document it, write it down, to give you that accountability, to give you that energy. Are you up for the challenge? I think you are, but it doesn't matter what I think. Do you think you are? In a nutshell, what will you do to stand out? We're going to see a sameness. There's a lot of sameness. There's a lot of mediocre out there. The opportunity is knocking for you to be great individually and as an organization, as a family of companies, to get in the mix in 2026. So as we close out, I just want you to think about the basics, the ABCs. The A is action. On your mark, get set, go. Take action right now. You don't have to wait until January 1st. There's nothing that says you have to wait until Jan 1. Right now. Accountability. You don't have to do it alone. Who on the team can support you with that accountability? Who can inspire you with that commitment as you go along? And who can you inspire along the way? The B, in the words of that great group Journey, don't stop believing. Yeah, don't get me singing. I'm tone deaf. I know my limitations, but you've got to believe in your heart. You got to believe in your mind. You've got to believe in the words that you put out, because there's power behind that story that you're telling yourself and you're selling yourself. The C, I'm going to quadruple click. Courage. Do you have the courage to do the tough things? We talked about it earlier. Care. Self-care. Are you taking care of your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, drinking water, eating your fruits and veggies, steering clear of the fried chicken? There's no time for bow time, even though it's scrumptious. Woo! Feeding ourselves with greatness. Are you committed? Because when you're committed, you move and you shake in a whole different way. Now, we didn't come this far just to come this far. The D is dream. I encourage you to dream big. No, bigger. The E is energy. When you step in the room or the Zoom, you either bring energy or, and we probably work with some people that suck the energy out. No, it's a choice. Bring the energy. That's how we get to big things. You can't stop that energizing momentum. If you don't remember anything that I talked about today, it's this one right here. Most important, it's the F. You got to have fun. You see, we're all living that dash. My dash started in 1978. I'm living my dash. You saw on my journey line, I lost my father 10 years ago, December 11th. That was just last week. I made a commitment to live my dash to the fullest, to give my all each and every day, and to make sure that I positively impact people places, spaces, and organizations each and every day. It's that intentionality. My encouragement is for you to have fun. If you've got a smartphone, or even if you have a dumb phone, pull out the camera, please. Go ahead and click this QR code. As we move into questions, I value your feedback. You also have the opportunity, if you want to stay connected, if I can ever assist you, support you, serve as a resource, you have the opportunity to connect with me there. Put out a weekly newsletter if you're so inclined. If not, it's all good. Baby, baby. But the mic is all yours. What questions are on your mind, Team Rosewood, family of companies? What's on your mind? Don't all speak at once. I know we talked about a lot over the past 56 minutes. What questions can I answer for you?
What was the last speaking opportunity that you had?
Yeah, the last one that I did, oh my goodness, you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I hate to say I have so many. The most memorable was I went to Branson, Missouri. I worked with a company called MFA Oil, Missouri Farmers Association Oil. I spoke to their convenience store managers in Branson. I ended up spending the weekend in Bentonville. A good buddy of mine, former sales rep of mine, lives in, he works for Wally World, Walmart. So got to visit him and his 6-month-old and his wife from Costa Rica in Bentonville. And then I drove to Kansas City to speak with MFA Oil, their bulk oil managers. That was probably my most memorable. That was just an amazing week from Thursday until Tuesday. Just a great memory. Great question. To answer your specific question, my last speaking engagement was last Monday it was the day that they were calling for snow. Kids were out of school. It was called Own Your Spotlight Summit. There were 4 organizers, 1 from Florida, 2 from Texas, 1 from New York, and we had about 36 people in the house. If you look at my LinkedIn, you'll see the post from about a week ago that shared not just what I spoke about, which was how to become a professional speaker, but also some of the learnings that I had and others had. So I'm learning every day. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm learning from this opportunity, and your feedback is going to feed me to be great. We've got time for one more question, and if you have any other questions, feel free to email me, text me, LinkedIn message me, send a carrier pigeon, you name it. I'm here to support you. Any final question?
What do you do to keep your motivation going?
Yeah, for me, it's I'm not the Black Simon Cynic, but it's really focusing on my why. And my why is really, it's taking care of my family, honoring my father's legacy. My father grew up in Baltimore City. I've got a chapter, Lessons from My Father, chapter 7 in my book. My father sacrificed a lot so that I could do what I'm doing right now. And I don't take that for granted. So I intentionally stay grounded and remind myself of my why, of what I do, why I do what I do, who I'm serving, who I'm supporting, and just making sure that I shine my light brilliantly and brightly each and every day. That's a great question there. You got me tearing up a little bit, but we're still going to make it a wonderful Wednesday. And as we wrap, I encourage each and every one of you to be great, to be bold. One of my mentors said, Larry, you want to be brilliant, you want to be brave, you want to be brief, and then eventually you want to be gone. So poof, I'm gone. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Rosewood.
Now, thank you so much, Larry. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Everyone in the office, we have a bunch of these copies of Jolt, your book. We're going to put it in our office library. So you go out there, check one out, read it. It's a great book. I'm on chapter 3. So thank you, Larry, for doing our Leadership Live. Thank you, Everfar, for a great 2025 Leadership Lives. Everybody, I'll see you guys in 2026. We will be releasing everybody who attended all 12 leadership lives. Will release that in our newsletter at the end of the year. So awards and prizes will go out come beginning of January 2026. So keep an eye out on that. And if you miss one, they're always on YouTube to watch. Larry, again, thank you so much. Thank you for the energy. Appreciate everyone participating. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care, y'all.
Thank you.